I felt like it was cheating in a way, because some people that were in my course, they were already freelancers, they were already working in the industry, and some of them were a lot older than me too. Like, I just felt like it was cheating because I came there to learn, I came there to be better, not to already show that I am good. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. In this video I have some pretty big news, and it is that I'm moving. And so I should probably tell you a little bit about me first. So basically I'm from Gothenburg, Sweden. I've lived here my entire life. I grew up here, I was born here, and apart from living here my entire life, I've also lived in England for 3 years. So I lived in Bristol for 3 years studying filmmaking and creative media at uni. And after doing that I came back here, and this was in 2017. So basically the last couple of years all I've been doing is just been saving money, working like random jobs just to save up and then to travel. That's basically what I've been doing. What I really want to do with my life is that I want to work in film. I want to be a film director, preferably, and I feel like really scared even mentioning that I want to do this, because I don't know, it's just such a huge career, and it's like somewhere that would take me so much work to get to, but it would be totally worth it to even have the chance to direct a feature film, you know? So that's what I want to do. I just want to work on set, to be honest. I want to be, you know, producer's assistant. Like, I don't even care to be a PA, as long as I get to be where they make films. 2017 I came back to Gothenburg, and I came back home. I'm living with my parents right now, and it's not very fancy, but it works, I guess. Honestly, I had no idea what to do with my life. I was kind of beaten down a little bit because I didn't know if I really wanted to make films anymore. Yeah, so I came back and I decided that I was gonna do something else. So I just took a random job, and then I decided I would travel. So I've been doing that, which has been really lovely. You know, I've been traveling around for a bit for the last couple of years. But anyway, so 2020 has been a weird year for me too, because I was actually supposed to travel for about 4 months or 5 months, but I ended up traveling 2 months, came back here. I had no job, you know. I still had my savings, but I really didn't want to move that. All I've been doing is basically I've just been making YouTube videos, honestly. And I think it has really paid off, because I do see a little bit of growth on my channel, and I do see like the views popping up on TubeBuddy. When I went to uni, I basically went to film school, and I think that the creative part of making films for me was shot down a lot.
And I felt so inadequate and so incompetent, and I started questioning, is this even what I want to do? Am I even good at this? Am I good enough? Am I worthy? Do I deserve to have this type of job? Maybe I'm not as good as everyone else.
Because in my class at my uni, the movies that were very technically flawless, and the movies that were very effortless looking, and the movies that had very cinematic shots and drones and all these like technical flawlessness, that was praised a lot. It was praised a lot to be someone who knew what they were doing technically, who knew what they were doing with the camera. Like, even I felt like it was cheating in a way, because some people that were in my course, they were already freelancers, they were already working in the industry, and some of them were a lot older than me too. Like, I just felt like it was cheating because I came there to learn, I came there to be better, not to already show that I am good. But yeah, so that happened a lot, and unfortunately the tutors, they really favorited some of the people that were good at that. It's like people who wanted to make more mainstream films instead of indie films, they were shot down a lot. And I feel like maybe I wasn't there yet, you know, like technically or professionally, I wasn't there yet to claim that I was a filmmaker or something. I guess what they were focusing on was more like the indie type of film, like the independent, a bit bizarre, strange type of films. And I guess the films maybe that I want to make are more mainstream, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the mainstream is what most people watch. So yeah, I started questioning myself, because I was very sad. I made this film that was very hard to make because we didn't have enough budget, we didn't have enough people to help us. I remember like not even my tutor was supportive of it. He was supportive at the beginning when he just heard the idea, but also because it was a horror film, and most tutors there didn't really like horror films. So like I remember even in the last showcase of this film that we made, that we put our heart and soul in, he didn't even say it was good, you know? He was my mentor. So like when I was writing it, when I was editing it, everything, that he wanted me to change accordingly. And so I did. I changed a lot of things according to him, you know? I remember we sent this film to a bunch of film festivals around the world, and didn't get in anywhere, you know. I was like, so I felt so defeated, and I kept waiting for the email every day to that it had gotten in somewhere, you know. But then I started thinking maybe it just wasn't good enough, maybe it just wasn't good. Yeah, I stopped making films, and this is really sad to say, but yeah, I stopped making films, and I forgot that I even wanted to be a film director. I come back to Gothenburg and I just try all these different jobs, you know. But what I always come back to is making films. And I realized this last year when I was working on a little, like a small production with some friends of mine who are, they have their own like little production company. And so they wanted me to write something for them. And first of all, that was really amazing because it made me feel like maybe they actually think that I'm good. I know that validation shouldn't come from an external source. However, it really felt like that at the time. I'm very like validation seeking, I feel. I love it when people tell me that it's something is good, like the work that I've done is appreciated. I just remembered how fun it is to work on a film set. And then 2020, right? 2020 has been such a strange year. I was traveling in Southeast Asia, and then all of this corona stuff happened, and I bet that everyone who I've ever talked to and everyone that I know have just had to change their entire plan for this year, and everyone's just saying, you know, oh, 2020 has gone to shit, and you know, yeah, it's just been such a whirlwind of emotions and such a whirlwind of events happening. My plans changed entirely. I was supposed to travel for, until now actually, until June. I was supposed to come back now. I was supposed to maybe just rest this summer and like think about my next move. And I was also considering moving to London because I have a couple friends there still. I have some friends that live in the UK that I would want to be closer to. But I never went there obviously because of the uncertainty, because I didn't know if I was gonna be stranded. I didn't want to be stranded again because that happened when I was in the Philippines. So I never went there. I just stayed in Gothenburg, and honestly what I've been doing ever since I came back has just been, I've been focusing on my YouTube channel. I do see a very small change, even if it's small. I've seen change. I am growing my channel, even just a little bit is fine for me. But I've just been making all these creative moves really. Like I've been bullet journaling a lot. I've even made like bullet journals for other people. I started selling them on Etsy, and I've just been, you know, drawing and doing all these things like playing the guitar and piano again. And I remember that, you know, even though everything is uncertain in the world, even though I don't have a job, even though I don't have a certain place to be, or my friends might be far away, I can always create, you know, you can always create. And it made me realize like maybe I should just take a chance and get back to film and like see what happens. So only a week ago I decided I would send an email to every single production company in Sweden. Obviously there's so many companies that don't really advertise a lot, and only 2 replied, which is something to be expected because the film industry is so freaking small in Sweden compared to other countries. But yeah, so I just went in there. I just went to my email and I mailed a couple people spontaneously. I just said, you know, I'm looking for work, or even if it's not work, do you maybe need like an intern to work on projects for you to help you out? I'll be happy to do anything. So this one production company actually replied and emailed me back, and they said, we do take interns in the summer, but because it was in Stockholm, he gave me like a beat to think about it, because obviously I would have to relocate, find an accommodation and all that stuff. So I went to this page called Blocket. In England you could say that's Gumtree, and in the US Craigslist. And I'm making these comparisons because I know that a lot of people who watch my channel are actually from the UK and the US, which is really exciting. Thank you for watching. I found this lady who had a couple of rooms to rent out, and yeah, I just hit her up. I called her and she said, you know, oh, we have a couple of people that were looking at it before you, so if they say that they don't want it, I'll call you back. She was supposed to call me the next day, and then she called me a couple of hours later, and she says, you know, these people, they don't want it anymore. Are you still interested? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Honestly, there wasn't that much time to think, so I just said that I wanted it. And then after that, I called the guy up from the production company, and I just said, you know, I found accommodation. And he was like, great, when can you be here? And before I knew it, I had an internship and I had accommodation in Stockholm. And so yeah, now I'm moving in a couple of weeks. It's very sudden, but I'm already moving in a couple of weeks. I can barely believe it myself that I'm going. I know that for some people an internship might sound really small and might sound really uncertain, but honestly these are uncertain times. Like, no one knows what the hell is gonna happen anyway now. Honestly, I want to see this as a learning experience. Whatever happens, I'll learn something, I'll meet new people, I'll recreate myself, I'll rebuild my confidence in film, hopefully. And I don't know, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll stay there, maybe I'll end up there, maybe I'll end up with a job at the end. I'll go there and I'll see how I like it, and yeah, I'll keep making YouTube videos, so keep watching this channel if you're watching. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot that people are being very supportive of my YouTube channel. I know I have a very small following, so if you did like this channel, or if you do like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button down below, and clicking the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I make a new video. Of course, if you do want to watch my next video, you don't have to. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time, maybe when I'm over there in Stockholm. Bye!